Good afternoon and a very warm welcome. Thank you for joining us here. Our relentless coverage of the protests and the measures taken by the government still continues. We have breaking updates now coming in. This is the round 2 of the meeting between the government and the protesters. The CJP ministers' meeting is going to begin shortly. The ministers have reached to hold talks. The CJP delegates have also reached the Constitution Club. Remember, the CJP workers were clear that they want a neutral venue for the talks, and this meeting is taking place in the Constitution Club. My colleagues Bhavtosh and Mohit are joining us on the broadcast with the details. Bhavtosh, this is round 2 of the talks between the government and the protesters. What are the details? Who are the officials from the government side who have arrived and from the CJP side?
Well, the meeting is taking place on the other side of the Constitution Club. It was expected that the meeting will take place here, but Pratibha, if I can show you on that side of the Constitution Club, the meeting will take place. In fact, what had happened since yesterday, with a dramatic turn of events with Sonam Wangchuk breaking his fast in front of two union ministers, Jiten Singh and JP Nadda, and then Abhijit Dipke continues to maintain his rather rigid stand that he wants nothing less than Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation, despite Prime Minister even giving a video call in which he has said that he will make sure that there are enough steps that students as well as children don't suffer because of exam leak. Jumping in all this is Rahul Gandhi, who has now said that opposition voice is being stifled and he would not support any bill.
Bhavtosh, just a moment, I'll come back to you. We have a reaction coming in. Let's cut across.
But I'm very glad, I'm very happy, very relieved. सोनम सर ने अपनी हंगर स्ट्राइक तोड़ दिया, क्योंकि हम भी वही चाहते थे, हम उसकी रिक्वेस्ट भी कर रहे थे, बिकॉज उनकी जो जान है इस देश के लिए और स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, देश के एजुकेशन सिस्टम के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है।
सबसे अहम सवाल ये है कि आज बैठक है, आपके दो लोग गए हैं, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन क्लब में बैठक होगी। सोनम वांगचुक ने जिस प्रकार से अनशन तोड़ा, जिस प्रकार से मांगे रखी है उनके सामने, आपको लगता है कि इस्तीफे से कम में समझौता हो जाएगा?
हम मानेंगे नहीं ना, इस्तीफे से कम कुछ मंजूर ही नहीं है।
तो अगला रुख क्या होगा यदि वो इस्तीफा नहीं देने पर अड़ जाते हैं? सोनम वांगचुक आपको कहते हैं कि इस्तीफे के बगैर जो है
प्रोटेस्ट कॉल ऑफ नहीं होगा, प्रोटेस्ट कॉल ऑफ नहीं होगा, क्योंकि ये मूवमेंट अब एक अभिजीत दिपके या
CJP founder Abhijit Dipke welcoming the fact that Sonam Wangchuk has ended his strike, but saying that the protest is going to continue. Bhavtosh, my apologies, coming back to you for that update. These circumstances around round 1 of the talks of the government with the CJP was completely different from round 2. Now Sonam Wangchuk has ended his fast. The government has also announced a slew of measures to assuage the students. The question is, will the deadlock end now?
Well, it appears that the meeting has started. The first step has taken place. This is the second round of meeting. In fact, the meeting is taking place in a building which is adjacent to the Constitution Club. It's a Constitution Club NXC, and it is being held in the Vittal Bhai Patel House. Now, what happened before the meeting was that JP Nadda as well as Jiten Singh met Amit Shah, and then subsequently Saurav Das as well as other leaders of CJP also left from the venue. But it is the stand that has been taken by CJP is the cause of bother. Yesterday, late last night, Education Secretary and other bureaucrats have also been removed. The CBI has also said that they will be filing a charge sheet in the UG NEET case, but there would not be any charge sheet against the NTA official. Now, if that happens, there would be a lot of consternation among the students and protesters, because they believe that someone within the system or government could have been responsible for this paper leak, which has caused a lot of trouble to over 22 lakh students who took the exam. What will come out of this meeting which has started, one has to wait and see what will happen. But the stand that has been taken by CJP, at least at Jantar Mantar, it appears that they would not move from there unless Dharmendra Pradhan resigns. But as we have seen in past also, the BJP is a party that is very rigid with its stance and does not appear that they will likely to succumb very soon, even this time around.
It is also live with us. And Mohit, last evening we had that video message from the Prime Minister addressing the students. He also listed out the steps that are being taken by the Modi government. How different is the approach of the government going to be this time around in round 2 of the talks?
Well, in fact, when it comes to the government, Pratibha, we know for a fact that how exactly, as we speak, the cabinet meeting will start shortly, in which the bill for the strictest measures for the paper leaks would be tabled, and that bill will be passed. And by Monday, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi also stated, it will be tabled in the Parliament. So the government is saying we will make strict laws. Anybody who indulges in paper leak would be given strictest of punishment. We know for a fact that how fast-track courts have been set up. But when it comes to the opposition or the Cockroach Janata Party, they have said that their main demand is to sack Dharmendra Pradhan, the Union Education Minister. Unless and until he goes, they will not end their protest, or the opposition says they will not end the logjam in the Parliament. Now, this particular meeting is very important. Now, given the fact that how the government has been saying that the opposition is doing a flip-flop. Earlier, they said that they want to have a meeting, a debate discussion in the Parliament. When government agreed to it, then they stated they also want resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. So the government says that the opposition is trying to mislead the youth of this country, and they do not want to engage in debate and discussion. They just want to disrupt the Parliament for their political gains. Now, if this particular meeting is successful, because Sonam Wangchuk, who was face of the protest, he has ended his hunger strike, and in his 3 demands, there was no mention of Dharmendra Pradhan to resign or to be sacked. So clearly, Sonam Wangchuk has not made that demand. So that will be conveyed to the CJP delegation here at the Constitution Club, and the top leadership of the government are here to meet him. Now, all those demands will be taken care of, and then before this meeting, these 2 ministers met Home Minister Amit Shah, and the strategy for this meeting was being chalked out. So what exactly happened, that will be very interesting. And if the CJP says, okay, we accept all the proposals that have been sent to government, because the government have also stated that all those who have lost their life in suicide post the cancellation of NEET exam, their families will be duly compensated. Also, no action would be taken against the peaceful protesters who have been arrested or the case have been filed against them. So these are, and there will be a debate and discussion, thorough discussion in the Parliament too on this particular issue, and the bill is also coming up. So if the Cockroach Janata Party accepts this demand, then the BJP and the government will come out and say, okay, the protesters were protesting about it, and now they have accepted it. Opposition again is trying to mislead the country. So that will give ammunition to the BJP only if that happens, if the CJP accepts their demand. Because earlier too, we have seen that CJP has been demanding for resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. After Sonam Wangchuk's hunger strike got over, again CJP leaders came out and they said that they want Dharmendra Pradhan to resign. So the government will put forward their vision that you wanted an overhaul in the education system. We are bringing a bill for that. We are bringing strictest provisions which we can do for anybody who is accused of paper leak. Secondly, we will have a debate and discussion in the Parliament, and the steps that government has taken, we will tell to every single person in the country. Also, we will compensate the families of those who have committed suicide after NEET paper leak. So clearly we see that ministers are here. I guess we have to wait and watch who all are here.
Okay, all right. So what happens in this meeting? That's going to be very important, because the protesters have been very, very clear. They want the resignation of the education minister. The government has listed out the steps that it has taken, but the protesters are very clear that their core demand remains resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. Now, with the second round of the Centre CJP talks taking place currently, the government has also begun high-level consultations of its own. The union ministers JP Nadda and Jitendra Singh also met the Union Home Minister Amit Shah ahead of this meeting that's currently going on. And these talks come a day after Sonam Wangchuk also ended his 26-day hunger strike. But the protesters continue to insist that their demand is accountability, education reforms, and the action against those who are responsible. And they say that these demands remain unchanged. So, Bhavtosh, any information coming in from this meeting on what has been decided, or what the government is assuring these protesters? Because in the previous meeting as well, the protesters had given them the list of their demands. The government now says that multiple steps have been taken, but the protesters are also adamant that their demand continues, that the education minister must step down.
Yes, Pratibha, in fact, that is a point of, one can say, point of rigidness, or at least consternation between CJP and government. The government has more or less decided that they CGP would not call shots. As you can see, the empty cars or the cars that were at VP House have now been moved to Constitution Club. These are the cars of JP Nadda and also Jiten Singh. They have now moved from VP House to Constitution Club because there is a parking problem there. The leaders of also CGP or representative of CGP are presently there meeting Jitendra Singh as well as other leaders. It appears that the meeting has started. In fact, there is no formal statement that has been issued by CGP, which is very active on social media, but that has started. The meeting has started. We are reporting from Constitution Club, but the building on the other side of the road is VP House. Now, the statements that have been issued by Abhijit Dipke in past 2 days, it appears that he is now more or less adamant and rigid on his stand. He has said that unless Dharmendra Pradhan resigned, that the protest at Jantar Mantar would not end. The police on its part have also in fact issued repeated statement that there would not be any force used by them to remove the protesters. So there has been incident of violence that were reported till Wednesday in which police personnel were attacked and also badly beaten up. The police have this time around maintained some kind of restraint, but the issue of the attack by police personnel on peaceful protesters is concerned. That is also something that CGP has picked up. They have said that the cases should be filed against police personnel. The police on its part have filed 10 FIRs, but no arrest has been made. But government has in fact made some kind of move against police officers also. Sandeep Lamba, the officer who very brutally slapped a young teenage protester, he has been sent back to his parent office, that is the office of the DCP Northeast. And also the police have issued a statement in which they have said that no police officer without uniform or badge will be deployed at Jantar Mantar.
Okay, all right. Bhavtosh, just stay with us. We'll come back to you for those updates from the meeting. But these crucial talks going on with the CJP, hours after the Prime Minister doubled down on his outreach to his students. In fact, in a late-night message, the Prime Minister described paper leaks as an extraordinary challenge and announced a fresh set of measures from fast-track courts to a tougher law that is expected to go before the Cabinet today, before being introduced in the Parliament. Here is what the Prime Minister promised.
Friends, मैं जानता हूं कि पेपर लीक ये कोई मामूली विषय नहीं है। लाखों विद्यार्थी और उनके अभिभावकों के लिए बहुत ही पीड़ादायक है और इसलिए पेपर लीक घटना से अब तक पिछले 2.5 महीनों में अनेक विविध कदम उठाए गए, गुनहगारों को पकड़ा गया है, वे जेल में पड़े हैं। हमारा सबसे महत्वपूर्ण जिम्मा था कि विद्यार्थियों का 1 वर्ष बर्बाद न हो। तत्काल परीक्षाएं लेना बहुत जरूरी था। सरकार ने अभी पूरी शक्ति का उपयोग करके कम से कम समय में 22 लाख जितने विद्यार्थियों के एग्जाम हो जाएं, इसका प्रबंध किया।
So this was the Prime Minister's message, the message that was released late in the night. In fact, he gave multiple assurances to the students. Let's take a look at some of the assurances that the Prime Minister gave, saying that the government is taking action and the government has taken the issue very, very seriously. The biggest promise that the Prime Minister made is, of course, the fast-track courts for paper leak cases, going on to say that these cases will not drag on for a long time. There will be fast-track courts to ensure swift justice. Apart from that, of course, the step that has been taken is also the Delhi High Court forming a special FTC. Now, he also mentioned that more crucial decisions will be taken in the cabinet meeting. So the cabinet will also tighten the anti-paper leak law. Remember, Times also got you information of the kind of laws that will be brought in, with the jail term going to be increased from 3 years to 5 years, and also a steeper fine of 10 lakh rupees. Apart from that, a step that has been taken by the government is the shunting out of the Education Secretary. And this, of course, came in the Prime Minister's midnight message. It was a video, a selfie video that was released by the Prime Minister, where he spoke about the paper leaks and went on to say that strict action will continue to be taken. And Times Now has also accessed exclusive details of the government's next big move on the paper leak crisis. Sources tell us that the Public Examinations Prevention of Unfair Means Act 2024 is all set for a major overhaul. The centre is preparing to significantly toughen the punishments by increasing the existing 3 years to 5 years jail term and 10 lakh rupees fine cap. Now, the proposed amendments will also introduce fast-track courts for paper leak cases, and sources say that the Department of Personnel and Training has prepared the draft, which is expected to be placed before the Union Cabinet today, before being brought to the Parliament. Let's get you more breaking updates now coming in. And the Union Cabinet meeting begins in the Parliament. The Cabinet is going to discuss the draft law proposing stringent measures against examination paper leaks, following the Prime Minister's announcement that the legislation will be introduced in the Parliament next week. Now, the Union Cabinet is currently meeting in Parliament with the proposed tougher anti-paper leak law on the agenda. Sources say that the Cabinet is discussing a draft that provides stricter punishments and fast-track courts, following the Prime Minister's announcement that the bill will be introduced in the Parliament next week. My colleague Pragya is joining us on the broadcast with the details. And Pragya, this cabinet meeting is very, very important, comes hours after the Prime Minister's video message, and tough decisions are also going to be taken today in this cabinet meeting. What are the details of the kind of decisions that are likely to be taken?
Absolutely, Pratibha. And in fact, one of the most important agenda of the cabinet today is making public examination prevention of unfair means 2024, which was in fact been brought by Modi government in 2024, is to strengthen it and make it very stricter. There are many clauses. There are absolutely, many clauses under which you can book and you can penalize an accused. The standard of, for example, the standard offences for which there is a clause, there is a imprisonment of up to 3 to 5 years and a fine of 10 lakhs. Now, this is, this is the provision under the existing bill. It is going to be raised significantly, including the years, and the fine financial penalty is going to be steeply increased, is what we are given to understand. The bill is going to be presented by Department of Personnel and Training. DOPT is the ministry which is presenting this particular bill. The contours of the bill are going to be placed before the cabinet. Prime Minister, remember, in his short video last night, said that he's going to put that before his cabinet colleagues and seek their suggestions as well. One interesting feature and one addition to the existing bill, apart from making it more stricter, will be addition of fast-track courts for paper leak and strict test of punishment for that. So, there are lots and lots of amendments that are going to be done. It is legal in nature. All offences under this legislation are cognizable, non-bailable, and non-compoundable as well. These penalties are going to be the existing penalties, for the organized crime. The penalty is 1 crore and imprisonment of 5 to 10 years, which is also going to be increased steeply, is what we are given to understand. The Prime Minister is very serious about the paper leaks, and this is exactly the reason why government it was the first government to brought in 2024 Prevention of Unlawful Means Act as far as public examinations is concerned. We are given to understand this is the main agenda of the cabinet. Cabinet has already begun. Prime Minister has come, and so has all the cabinet ministers. We are given to understand that this is the main agenda and main focus of the cabinet right now.
Okay, all right. In fact, in that message as well, Pragya, the Prime Minister did say that not just now, over the last 1.5 months, the government has taken multiple measures to make the entire system more robust. But even as we speak, even as the cabinet meeting is going on one hand, Pragya, the other meeting of the government with the CJP is also going on. Any word on how the government is going to approach this round 2 of the talks? Because the protesters have remained quite adamant in their demand of the resignation of the education minister.
Well, Pratibha, the intent of the government is to diffuse this protest. They do not want any kind of uprising, and they also understand the sensitivities related to students. And this is exactly the reason why Prime Minister himself is taking the lead in ensuring students that government is doing all it can to ensure that they do not have to face the same situation where they had to wait for a year for again NEET examination. Therefore, Prime Minister also said that they had to do it within a few months' time. They do not want NEET students to waste a year. And this also shows the sensitivity of the topmost the ranks and file of the Modi government. Prime Minister himself is coming, is reaching out to the students at midnight saying that we have decided to bring it in cabinet. We have decided to make it more stricter. We have decided to have fast track courts, and we are very sensitive to your cause. This is all government should do, Pratibha. The strictest of implementation, while there was a law earlier, but it needs to be more stringent, strictest, and also need to be implemented in letter and spirit also. And this is exactly what government is, profusely telling the students and also the opposition parties, that their aim is to have a solution and not to have a stalemate. And this is exactly why this cabinet is taking up this agenda today.
Okay, all right. Pragya, please do stay with us. In fact, our colleague Hina is also joining us on the broadcast. But let's also give our viewers an update on what has happened in the parliament, because again, it was another day of multiple disruptions. The parliament has now lost 5 straight days to these disruptions, and the reason remains exactly the same. The opposition, led by the Congress, refusing to let the House function unless the Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan resigns. And even before the proceedings began in the morning, the opposition MPs had gathered at the Makardwar holding placards, one of them going on to read that, of course, Pradhan should go. The Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju also made yet another appeal to the opposition, asking them to at least participate in the debate on NEET that they themselves have been demanding. But that appeal, like everyone before this as well in the week, fell on deaf ears, because the opposition members continued to say istifa, going on to say that there should be a resignation before even any discussion. In fact, Jagdambika Pal, who was in the chair as the temporary presiding officer, could not persuade them to engage in an actual discussion. And with these disruptions showing no sign of ending, the Lok Sabha was eventually adjourned for the day.
मैं राहुल गांधी जी से अनुरोध करता हूं, आप अपने कांग्रेस पार्टी के साथियों को तरह समझा दीजिए, और बाकी कई पार्टीज के एमपीज भी निजी तौर पर सबने अपना मत रखा है कि चर्चा होना चाहिए। मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि आज 5वां दिन है, हम इसमें एक अच्छा सार्थक बहस क्यों नहीं कर सकते हैं? आप कंडीशन मत डालिए, हम चर्चा शुरू कर सकते हैं आज भी।
मेरी बात सुन ले, मैं दे रहा हूँ समय। मेरी बात सुन ले, मैं समय दे रहा हूँ। मेरी बात सुन ले राहुल जी। माननीय संसदीय कार्य मंत्री जी ने नेता प्रतिपक्ष का नाम लिया है, और उन्होंने आग्रह क्या किया है? उन्होंने आग्रह किया है कि आज जिस नीट की परीक्षा को लेकर के उस पर चर्चा आप चाहते हैं, उस पर सरकार ने क्या कार्रवाई की, यहाँ तक कि प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भी एक सख्त कानून बनाने की बात कही, और आपने कैबिनेट की बात कही। तो उनका आग्रह कि सदन में आप चर्चा चाहते हैं, सरकार चर्चा के लिए तैयार है। मेरी बात सुन ले, चर्चा के लिए तैयार है, तो आप उस चर्चा के लिए बिल्कुल सरकार की तरफ से अगर चर्चा करने की बात है, तो मैं आप सबसे आई एम रिक्वेस्टिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू, काइंडली टेक योर सीट। मैं आप अपनी सीट पे जाए, मैं राहुल जी को अलाउ करूंगा। आप काइंडली क्लियर द पैसेज, आप क्लियर कर दें।
हमसे कहा कि हमें चर्चा करनी है। जब मैं उसका जवाब देना चाह रहा था, फिर मुझसे माइक ले लिया, मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं दी। मगर मैं क्लियरली कहना चाहता हूं, जो ऑपोजिशन का स्टांस है, 3 मांगे हैं स्टूडेंट्स की। पहली मांग, करप्ट एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर हैज टू गो। सेकंड, जिन लोगों ने स्टूडेंट्स पे आक्रमण किया, मारा, उन पर एक्शन, अकाउंटेबिलिटी। और थर्ड, दैट प्राइम मिनिस्टर should apologize to the students. These are the three conditions. We are not going to have any conversation, any discussion before Mr. Pradhan is sacked.
So as far as the parliament is concerned, it's very clear. The opposition says, Hina, that we are not ready for any debate unless there is a resignation. But even as we speak, there's also a meeting going on. The government representatives meeting the CJP.
That's right, Pratibha, and I'm coming to you live from the Constitutional Club of India, and behind me is where actually this crucial is currently underway. The meeting government representatives and representatives of CJP, the Cockroach Janata Party. I will say that this is in a way a make or break moment as far as this entire protest issue is concerned for the government, because this is round 2 of the talks. Now, Sonam Wangchuk, who was the mascot of this particular protest so far, he has ended his hunger strike, and he is not really demanding what the Cockroach Janata Party is demanding at this point in time, which is resignation of Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. Government so far is of the view that it's ready for dialogue, it's ready for talks with anybody. Open invitations have gone to CJP as well, and that's the reason why today this meeting becomes extremely important. This is the second round of talks that's happening between CJP representatives and two ministers from the central government side. Earlier, CJP representatives met Union Minister JP Nadda at his residence, and yesterday when again this invitation was extended to CJP for talks, at that time CJP representatives made it absolutely clear that if the government wants to talk, then they should either come to Jantar Mantar or the meeting should happen at a neutral venue. And there was clear ultimatum from CJP's side to the government that do not come to us if you have nothing concrete to offer. Government, we have learned, has entered into this crucial round of negotiations with an open mind. Government is willing to listen to all the demands of CJP, because the idea is to somehow end this protest so that the focus can also be on reforming the education sector. Signals have also started coming in already with the kind of statements we've seen coming in from Prime Minister Modi's side and what's happening in the cabinet meeting simultaneously. So the outcome of this meeting becomes extremely important. It's a make or break meeting. Either things can be resolved after this meeting, or we will see a nationwide protest call, the call for that was given yesterday by CJP. So we'll have to see what happens. As we speak, the meeting is underway, negotiations are going on. Hello, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. I'm Hina Gambhir, and viewers, I'm coming to you live from outside the Constitutional Club of India, where a very, very crucial meeting is underway, the meeting between representatives of Cockroach Janata Party and government. Now, this is a very important meeting because the CJP representatives are very clear. They want resignation of Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan if the government wants them to end their protest. On the other hand, government since last couple of days has been extending an olive branch. Government has been repeatedly saying that it's ready for talks, it's ready for dialogue with the students. Government also extended an open invitation to which CJP made it absolutely clear that if you want talks to happen, then they should happen at a neutral location or at Jantar Mantar, not at JP Nadda's residence or his office like it happened last time. This, viewers, is the second round of talks between CJP and government, and we'll see what really comes out. As per sources, government has entered into this meeting with an open mind, without any kind of conditions, but whether there is going to be some kind of a breakthrough in this particular meeting, it remains to be seen. We do not really know whether the government is ready to accept this demand of resignation of Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. We don't know. We haven't heard on this particular issue from the government side. Government on the other side has been talking about measures to strengthen the entire system. In fact, yesterday we got first reaction from Prime Minister Modi on X, and then at midnight he posted a video message as well, assuring the students that culprits courts won't be spared. The assurance was that anti-paper leak law is also going to be strengthened. So are these measures going to convince CJP representatives and the people who are protesting at Jantar Mantar? It remains to be seen. But before that, before I get you more details, we have with us my colleague Bhavtosh, also joining us live from Constitution Club in the national capital. Bhavtosh, the crucial meeting has begun between CJP and government. Help us understand who all are there from both sides, and did someone say anything about the meeting before it began when they entered the Constitution Club?
Hina, they didn't say anything. In fact, the meeting is taking place on the 5th floor of this building. If I can ask Harish, my VJ, to pan the camera. The meeting has started around 20 to 25 minutes back, but officially CJP has not said, but they have, as you rightly said, that they have remained very adamant with the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan, and the government has said that they are going to meet the representatives with an open heart, that they are willing to listen to everything. As we all know that BJP as a party and also as a government has been very adamant and very, in fact, very rigid with the stand that none of the ministers will resign if there is some kind of pressure, whether it's that of public or that of opposition. But there has been some movement. The Delhi police have in fact fact-checked everyone. If there is any kind of rumor, whether it's about a crackdown on the protesters, they have in fact said that no legal case have been filed against any peaceful protesters, and they have also denied that anyone is in their custody, saying that investigation is going on in the case. This is very rare on the part of Delhi police to do something like this. More importantly, CBI has also said that they will be filing a charge sheet in UG NEET case, and they on their part have said that none of the NTA officials have been found guilty of paper leaks. So there has been movement on the part of the government. One has to wait and see what would be the outcome of this second round of meeting that is taking place here at Constitution Club in XCVP House.
Well, absolutely. We'll see what eventually comes out of this particular meeting, whether the, CJP representatives, whether the students who are protesting at Jantar Mantar will be okay with the proposal of the government. Bhavtosh, before I move on in the show, also I want to understand from you if there is anything concrete that the government plans to propose in this particular meeting. Of course, some measures are being taken. For example, establishment of fast-track courts. That's one measure that the government is focusing on. Strengthening the anti-cheating law is the measure that the government is working on, because there's a cabinet meeting today as well. Apart from that, is there anything concrete that the government plans to offer to, the students, to representatives of Cockroach Janata Party in this particular meeting?
Well, the government has been more than willing. It comes to making CJP understand what all they have done. Remember, it all started in May when the paper leak happened, after which the probe was given to CBI. CBI has arrested 13 individuals in this case. But the party, or one can say this entire movement, has been born out of a remark that was made by the CGI, Suryakant, after which it became an online movement, and then subsequently a movement that has even led to clashes between Delhi police and volunteers as well as protesters. The government on its part have said that they will draft a law. They will also set up a fast-track courts. In fact, those fast-track courts have come up at Rouse Avenue Court, and that charge sheet, that all-important charge sheet, is likely to be filed today, or it could be as early as next week. So the CBI also on the government is trying to convince the protesters, but also more importantly, Hina, we have seen the clashes have turned ugly, with police being accused of excessive force, as well as police accusing the protesters of assaulting their officers. So there are many sides and many facets as far as this case is concerned.
Right. Bhavtosh, please stay on with us. Let me also go across to my colleague Pratibha, who is joining us live from the studio. Pratibha, take us through the updates that have come so far, come in this particular case. Also the measures that the government is now, taking over the last couple of days, the measures that have already been taken and the plans that the government has at this point in time.
Right, Hina. So when the round one of talks took place between the government and the CJP, things were completely different. Back then, Sonam Wangchuk was still fasting, and of course the demands of the protesters had been same. But now In round 2 of the talks, a lot has changed because Sonam Wangchuk has ended his fast and the government has also given some assurances to the students. The Prime Minister released a video late last evening addressing these students, saying that it's a very important issue and the government is taking measures. So what is the action that is being taken by the government? He has already spoken about swift action being taken. Apart from that, 10 VCs are also likely to review the NEET system. So sources have told us that the government is also looking at a complete overhaul. So VCs, the Vice Chancellors from across India, may review NEET, look at what the students have been talking about, the problems with the NEET, and make a complete review of the entire process. So the government is mulling action. Apart from that, the centre is also planning tougher anti-paper leak law, which means that currently, if the law says that they can be jailed for 3 years, it will be increased to 5 years and a penalty of 10 lakh rupees. So making the laws around paper leaks much more strict. Apart from that, like we mentioned, longer jail terms, this is what is likely on the cards. Even as we speak, the cabinet meeting is currently underway where all of this is going to be discussed. Remember, in yesterday's video message as well, the Prime Minister had said that over the last 1.5 months, the government has taken multiple measures, and today as well, stricter action will be taken in the cabinet meeting. So these are the discussions that are going to come up in the cabinet, Hina. So the government has been very clear that we are not just ready for talks in the parliament and with the protesters, but we are also bringing in tougher laws and we are looking at the demands of the students.
Right, Pratibha, getting us all of those details at this point in time, the measures that have been taken, have been announced over the last 24 hours, and what the government plans to do going forward to tell the students of this country that it is extremely serious about ending this paper leak mafia, ending this paper leak menace in the country that has been going on for many, many years. Pratibha, I request you to please stay on with us. We have some more breaking inputs coming in at this point in time. New Delhi metro station has been shut. No interchange facility also available. This is the big news we are getting right now. New Delhi metro station has also been closed till further instructions. No interchange facility will be available as well. Important piece of information for the commuters who usually take this particular metro station for traveling. New Delhi metro station has also been shut. Shivam, my colleague, is now joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Shivam, give us more details. So adding to the list of metro stations that already are shut, now you have another one. So in total, 17 metro stations remain shut. 18, I believe.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And now it makes the list to be 18. The number is 18 now. Earlier in the morning, we have gotten information that 17 metro stations will be closed today until further notice. But now, New Delhi metro station, a station that has also, railway station connected to it, and also the airport express line, because the interchange facility is also not available right now. So it is, a major problem, especially for the people who want to go to, towards the airport, because of Rajiv Chowk metro station being closed, you can't even get out and change it to Shivaji Park, because Shivaji Park is also a metro station that connects it to the airport express line. So again, all the commuters who are traveling from Indian Railways through New Delhi railway station or that going to the Delhi IGI airport will face a massive trouble. Again, it has been seen as a precautionary step because this New Delhi metro station is also very close to Rajiv Chowk. And remember, last evening at 6:30, the entire, all the offices and the shops of Rajiv Chowk were being vacated, were being asked to close in regards to the precautionary step. So again, a major news when it comes to the commuters, when it comes to the traffic congestion, because New Delhi's metro station used to be one of the most crowded metro station after Rajiv Chowk, and closing it will lead to a huge impact on
Shivam,
the
request
daily
you to
commuting.
please stay on with us. Right, important piece of information there that my colleague Shivam was bringing for our viewers. Commuters in the national capital, please note 18 metro stations remain shut as of now until further set of instructions that would come. Now we have some more inputs at this point in time. Cabinet meeting simultaneously has also begun. Mohit, my colleague, is tracking the developments on that front. Mohit, tell us a little bit more about the cabinet meeting that has started. What can be expected? Okay, we'll try and reconnect with Mohit in just a bit, but this is another important piece of information that we have at this point in time. On one hand, where we are right now, outside Constitutional Club, there is an important meeting that's going on between CJP representatives and union ministers, the representatives of the government. It's the second round of talks that's happening between both sides here at the Constitutional Club in the national capital, which is being seen as a neutral venue for talks, as was demanded by CJP yesterday. On the other hand, we have cabinet meeting that's also underway, wherein the government plans to get clearance on the amendments in the bill that is going to, crack down on anti-leak mafia in the country. We'll get you more details on that front in just a bit. Heading into a very, very short break. Don't go anywhere.